Hello chat. Welcome in everyone. How we doing tonight? Welcome in, Chris. Happy to see you, Buns. What's happening, Will? Ah, the camera has creeped on me again. It's moved to the left again. I want it to show a little bit more that way. Hello, Will. So got a nice piece of flank here. It's definitely not a full piece of flank, but we got a nice piece of flank steak here. And I'm gonna get the grill pan out and put some grill marks on that, cook that nicely, thin slice it, and then toss that with some peppers and onions that I'll saute up. And I'm gonna make a cheese sauce using jalapeno and yeah, some nice cheddar. Also going to make my hoagie rolls from scratch. Hoagie rolls, I think, is that a first for me? I mean, I've made all sorts of different breads, but I can't remember if I've specifically made a hoagie roll before or not. I've certainly made like sub rolls and other types of near similar. definitely not the best marbling I've ever seen in a flank. Actually, the marbling's quite poor on it. It's got a decent amount of meat to it, though. You got some beef there. I am going to probably cut off most of this fat on the top here, though, too. And we're looking a little better on the bottom. And it's got a bunch of chain fat on the side here. I don't know if there's any connective tissue along with that or not. There's definitely some connective tissue here that I'm going to cut out. Handling my coffee, I might as well do so with some clean hands. It just wants to hide down there at the bottom when I use this kind of sugar. I'm just using the last of these broken cubes. I think I've tried this brand a couple of times and been upset with this sugar several times now, where it's sold as sugar cubes, but the cubes are nowhere near what you typically think of a sugar cube, and they are in no way uniform at all, so it's not like you have any real idea what sort of dose you're getting. Cheers. Happy to see you all in here. Alright, let's start with bread. We need to get our bread going. We gotta get our yeasties waking up. Yeah. Let's prime the whole glass. I think these Pyrex kill my heat too fast when I'm trying to have something warm for my yeasties. I mean, I can't complain too much about a glass that I believe cost me $1. Oh no, I take that back. These were on Amazon, so they were a couple of dollars. But I had near identical ones to these that I think I broke using in my business that I bought for $1 a piece at Walmart, and sort of like, can't really complain if the thing cost me $1. So we're making mead. No, not mead. We're making a very happy home for our yeasties, though. We're getting some noise on the board. Not enough, though, still. Something about... I gotta... Maybe I gotta uninstall and reinstall that thing because it's just not picking up things right. We're gonna turn this fan down. Hey, kill it on. Which means I just have to scrub harder. It looked like the finish was maybe wearing off, and I was worried that the finish was going to wear off of these because they're relatively new. So I don't know what their lifetime's gonna be like. And I don't know, I mean, I didn't really think about it, but that's a rather shiny finish. Not saying you can't polish metal pretty, but thank you for the follow. Contemplating non-alcoholic beer. I found a well-reviewed brand on Amazon that isn't overly expensive. Love to hear what you think. I've certainly not explored non-alcoholic beer. Thank you for the follow again. Certainly not done non-alcoholic beers. I drink beer. I'm certainly not a big beer guy. I am certainly not a big beer guy on stream compared to several other much more beer-oriented streams. We do a lot more wine and a lot more alcohol here. I almost just grabbed this to drink. Let's start getting our other goodies here for our bread together. This is certainly a larger batch of bread than I've made recently. Ah yes, desiccated. I think of that and think of food. Get a strainer here. I'm gonna sift the flour tonight. Already getting myself covered in flour. This is 2 cups of bread flour. What's for dinner? Somewhat no shroomage tonight though, Master of Splits. Though actually I do have mushrooms. Ooh. Do I add mushrooms, chat? Chat doesn't think so. Buns. Kale's losing the vote. This yeast is happy. It's gone up a 1/4 cup or more in height there from foam. It doesn't really look like it too much, but that yeast is happy. We're gonna add some other enrichness to tonight's party. Corn and citrus salad with pasta with dinner. Sounds good. Corn, sort of like pesto, can make a great, I mean, you get that nice fresh corn, turn that almost into a creamed corn or pureed corn, especially if you strain out any of the large bits. Beautiful sauce for pasta. Simple, beautiful sauce for pasta. It's up there with the, just sun-dried tomato or cherry tomato and garlic pasta. What am I looking for? Something to whisk this egg. More like a blended corn sauce, but I guess you could throw a ton of basil in there too if you love basil, but it's not really my thing. Especially if you... I take that back. I love a ton of basil in tomato basil soup, especially if it's a really fresh, bright tomato soup. But... so, whisked up our egg. I'm going to add that in with our yeasties. Also going to add a little bit of half and half in there with our yeasties. Toss this all in. I don't know if you really need any of that for... I was just thinking it can be really, really simple. You just... if you got some nice sweet corn, I don't know what you've got as far as that, but and it's certainly not what I think of as, you know, fresh off the stalk corn time. I know, international ship. But if you got some really nice, bright, fresh, really tasty corn, juicy corn, yeah, just quick saute, blend that up. If you can afford it in your diet, a little butter, salt, pepper, and then just toss your pasta with that. That's all you need. Rather wet dough here again tonight. I am going to sprinkle in a bit more flour. I just thought bacon was going to be a better competitor. I guess it's just too... I guess bacon is just probably too memey these days. After all, I mean, what haven't we seen bacon weave on at this point? I wonder if I can do this still with my other whisk and get some good mixing with that. I think this might be too sticky for that though. Let's give it a shot. Guess that was a little too tough for it. I really like that whisk too. Typically it should still be able to be used. I'm going to clean it up and give it a look after stream, but you typically just tap that right back in there, but I'm not liking how it looks so rusty on the tips. I think we're just going to let this go, and I'm going to four-corner fold this several times as it proofs. We'll take the more modern lazy method over the old school break your back kneading this method. So I'll clean up the sides of the bowl here with a slightly wet spatula here. that to rest. Yeah, you flopped the I and the S. Alright, flank steak. I'm going to clean this up here. I'm torn on taking the chain off here. I might just cut it off after I grill it. Alright, so that's good. We'll let that continue to hang out. That is a flank steak. It's a bit of a butchered one. Typically they're a bit longer. This one's been cut both that way and that way, but this is at least typically one end of a flank steak. And they can go out more like that. So I'm going to be hot cooking this, high heat, searing it on my stovetop grill top. So it's a cast iron, but it's got a grill, and it's going to be heated by the gas stove. Not really a grill, but best I can do in my little rental. And then I'm going to thin slice that against the grain. Toss that with, I'm going to make a cheese sauce, cheese and jalapeno sauce, or cheddar and jalapeno sauce. Next thing I'm going to tackle here is we're going to saute up some onions and peppers. Yeah, we're going to reposition your camera because you're showing the light and not showing the fridge at all. I apologize, chat, for the sort of janky camera setup. Just with me changing things so much since starting to try and use this camera. I think that's gonna have to change, I don't know. Grab myself a red onion here. The last one in my mesh bag of onions. Still showing the light, but Don't love that. Thing's just about ready to sprout. What buns? Let me change something here with my audio real quick. There, is that better? Yeah. I don't know, chat, do you prefer your onions sliced or diced when it comes to this? I'm going for a dice. Because I sort of think, you know, the steak is the star here. The onions and peppers are just in its world. I'm using homemade cheese sauce tonight, folks. I understand the tourists to their camps in the original competition square when it comes to cheesesteaks. But I think in modern day, even most diehard fans are not fans of either of the two. Should do some garlic too? Yeah, I'm thinking a little garlic too. Oh, dad joke. Oh, dad joke. I think that was so bad that we need another. Yeah, there we go. That one's got me juiced.
Will Poker gifted 6 months of tier 1 to Fluffy Fluffy Bun Buns 1. They've gifted 60 months in the channel.
You're amazing, Will. 6 months? Thank you, kind sir. Chat think the audio's a little bit better. I think it's sounding a lot better from the change I made there. Can I actually hear what's going on the cutting board right now? be happy, it'd be poofing. And peppers. Peppers. I was going to grab a different bag of these peppers at the store. I was going to grab an organic bag, and I grabbed a conventional. Because the only organic bag they had there was sitting in a pool of water, and peppers do not do well sitting in standing water. The bottom of the bag was looking a little sad. These are looking like they got, and feeling like they got a little age to them, but they're certainly a lot fresher than the other ones looked. Let's do another couple of peppers. Chad, or Buns, if you're still hanging out right now, can you set me up a poll? Why don't we see if we can't do a 10-minute poll? Disable anyone spending any bits or anything for it. And, ask chat if we should be doing water tonight, should we be doing Zinfandel tonight, or should we be doing Cab Sav tonight? Cab Sav, Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay, good. Just quick double checking before we had a poll about booze, whether I was set for mature audiences or not. Did I see the message about jalapenos? No, I did not. Yeah, nice. We're not doing any lettuce, tomato, pickle. No provolone tonight either. I can see that in some cases. No mayo tonight either. I don't think. Maybe, but no. That's more of if you're gonna grill it or do a. Griddle your bread and toast it. Let's use the big boy. We'll cook him over here. I know it's not the greatest for the camera, but the flame is much better over on this side than on that side, so we'll make our cheese sauce over here. Oh, dad joke. Oh. Ooh, we got a tie going. Uh-oh. Cheese. We warm over here yet, Pan? We're getting there. I said this has a much better, stronger flame, and then I didn't put it on full tilt here. But that's also because my large pan is just slightly too big and heavy for the flames. Like the middle one here is like the all-star. The small one's the all-star for small jobs, like a couple of eggs or something like that. But this medium one, that's like the perfect size for a couple of chicken breasts or a couple of pork chops, and it heats up nicely on the flame. This larger one here, it's nice for large projects like this, but it takes too long to heat up, and it doesn't hold its heat nearly as well as the smaller ones. Sorry chat, bigger is not always better. Round and round. Salt. Sort of one of those disturbing thoughts I've used this spoon, I don't know if I said this before in chat or not, but I may be repeating myself, but I've used this spoon for years, and it's my sort of go-to. It's sort of like the small perfect size for just about all the general jobs. It didn't used to be flat like that. That's an edge that's been ground down from hitting pans like this. That went into my food. I mean, that used to be more like cellulose. Zinfandel is winning. So Zinfandel is the winner for the evening. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll throw a little Italian herb mix and powdered garlic in with our onions and peppers that are slow cooking here. If I wasn't doing jalapeno in the cheese sauce, maybe a bit of cayenne over in this. Cracked pepper. And that special seasoning. This for the egg. And chop up that jalapeno here while that slowly cooks. Alright, flame off on this. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. There. The heck word is that? Looks like it should be under an Ermagerd meme. Okay, cheese sauce. Actually, before we start our cheese sauce, hold up. Can't forget our bread. So we're going to 4-corner fold our bread dough here. Or maybe more than 4-corner, we'll see. Maybe 5-corner fold it, we'll see. But we definitely want to fold it over on itself. Until it's just sort of cleanly, yeah, sort of like that. Just going around quick, getting it. And we'll let that continue to do its thing. Not really looking to deflate it, I'm just looking to work that gluten a little bit as it continues to proof. Tillamook cheddar. Not my favorite cheddar, but it's up there in quality. Ooh, we got a thin like slice on the side of this thing. That'll be good to use for something else. And it's not going to grate very easily. Interesting. Now I'm just sort of trying to flatten it off. I feel like I'm a little bit spoiled in the fact that I have two local brands of dairy that I think are considerably better. but at the same time, Tillamook is a pretty good option that's a little bit more widely distributed. We can use those. It's a nice hot pan. We'll add some water in there. We'll add some half and half in there with the water. Switch to something that's a little less harsh on the ears. That said, I think the other whisk is probably a little bit more effective and will not wear off the exterior here. I'm going to turn the heat down on this a bit. Now we got that nicely incorporated and starting to thicken up. I would definitely say I'm a fan of Tillamook ice cream if I didn't have both Clover and Strauss. It's the same situation as with the other dairy situation. Like, both Strauss and Clover very small amount of beef base. Very small. Just going to be a background note. I'm not hoping to color it too much or anything. Add in our jalapeno. No, I don't want that there. I want that over there. Ah. Jalapeno adds a little bit more liquid in there until they dry out, so that loosens things up a little bit there. I'm going to add a bit more half and half. Make sure and leave myself enough for coffee in the morning. Salt. I've had powdered cheeses that would do wonderful in this. I've sort of given up hope on the cheese that I have, the powdered cheese that I have here. Powdered cheese that I have here just does not work for this sort of a thing. It's like entirely designed and intended for like on popcorn. Like, it's got that flavor and that whole thing nailed down I was trying to use it in some sauces and stuff like this, and it just wasn't working for me. That said, I have had a cheese powder from a local spice shop. Local? Somewhat local. That was beautiful for putting in sauces and stuff like that, so. I turned that off entirely. I just want to turn that down really low. All the cheese going in. All the cheese. I haven't opened it yet. It's still sitting on the wine rack in the living room. That was my next step here, though. I maybe rushed myself a little bit with that. I should have probably maybe even did a longer pull. I don't know, is there even options to do a longer pull for future notice? I know a lot of chat loves to lurk. I assume many of you are working around home or working around work or laying down and relaxing and cool, Buns, thank you. So there's our cheese sauce. It's going to thicken a little bit. It's got a while to hang out here, and we also want to allow it to cook a little bit longer to help cook out that raw flour flavor. They keep changing things, so maybe I need more water. Oh, we're doing thin. What did I do with my polishing cloth? My polishing cloth disappeared on me. I think I put it in. Oh, I don't know where that went. I guess I'll grab another piece of microfiber cloth. else could I have hidden that over time? I don't know where that went. That's gonna bother me. Let's go get that bottle. Let's go get that bottle. Thank you for the follow. Oh, come on, I cut you all the way around. Why aren't you popping off? There we go. Used to have a nice foil cutter. Those are handy. I just haven't spent money for one alone. I haven't found one being given away for free lately. Can I squeeze this under the camera? Nope. That was a little loud. It's supposed to be a little bit quieter when you pop off a cork. The only thing you really need to check with a cork, you can see this one is pretty easily passed. None of it's gotten up here where the air is at. And you can actually see where it's soaked into the cork and actually expanded it. This is a very fine particle cork. And it's the last one of my 6 bottles, chat. This is the last of my Zinfandel. Let's see if they have another 6 gallons for me to buy. But for those who haven't tuned in for the last several times I've had this wine, this is a Klein Family Cellars Zinfandel, celebrating, was it 40 years? 3 generations? Yeah, 40-year celebration vintage. I do want to give it a little bit of air. This is something I wouldn't say about a wine that I haven't had several bottles of beforehand to have an opinion on. Yep, that's still tasty. Still spicy, tobacco-y, leathery on the nose. Still a berry bomb. Well, for a Zinfandel, it's still got a bunch of that pepperiness to it. But for a Zinfandel, this is a berry bomb. I mean, it's certainly not going to be a Beaujolais or something like that as far as, you know, fruitiness and berry and... But for a Zinfandel. How's our cheese looking? Cheese be cooking back here. I'm guessing our bread's gonna bake at 400. And turn the oven on. Turn the oven up, rather. Let's get my pan ready here for our grilling. Yeah, it needs a little bit of a scrape. So start preheating that bad boy up. Want to get that whole thing nice and hot, even though I'm only going to be using like maybe half of it for this flank. I want that big piece of heavy metal nice and hot and able to retain its heat when I throw this essentially giant ice cube on the top of it. I am going to hit this with salt and pepper, maybe some garlic powder, just before going on the pan. But I don't want to do that ahead of time. I want to do that last minute, especially when it comes to the salts. But in many cases, the garlic powder or peppers that you have, or granulated or powdered garlics. A lot of times they'll throw salt in those too. I just don't want anything pulling any moisture off onto the surface that I've had out here, coming up to room temp and drying off with a fan blowing over the top of it. Ideally, a lot of things I would want to just leave, I mean, if I were someone that was planning further ahead and doing shopping further ahead, something I need to work on. I mean, I got the ingredient challenge, which is a small thing, but I should be able to plan out the rest of my week without going to the stores like 4 times a week. Regardless. Yeah. If I was planning further ahead, I would have my chickens, my beef, all of these things that I'm doing roasting or searing or along that line. I'd probably let them sit in my fridge open air without packaging, without a bunch of moisture from some packaging plant. I say packaging plant, but I mean processing plant. You're getting there on the thickness of that sauce. Cheese sauce. Ribbons of cheese sauce. We're definitely heating up over here now. I don't think I want to sear the meat until I get the bread in the oven. So I think the next step here is actually, even though I got that nicely heated up, we're going to leave it nice and warm, but not flamed up. And we're going to do our portioning on our hoagie rolls. Hey, Greek. I'm going to loosely portion this dough into, debating if I want to do, I think I want to do 3. Nice soft dough. Still sticks to itself pretty well here, but it's looking almost like a slipper dough right now. Oh, hey there, camera. You want to wake back up there, camera? Nope. Guess not. We're going to turn you off for a moment. Turn a few other fans on here in the house. I think it's getting a bit too warm in here for it. Open outdoor window for a minute or two and allow that to do its thing. So while the camera resets itself, set that over on the pan with parchment. Move on to number 2 of 3 here. So got these both on a pan now, just doing their thing. Got one more to go. Excuse my cough, I apologize for that. Tried to mute it and didn't quite get it in time. The last one I can sort of cheat on and sort of get it out almost in one piece. It's sort of hard to chop up the other ones and guess at weights and Ah. If only the camera was on. Knocked over my water, chat. Nope, we're still not back. Still not showing. Right, let's get the towels here. Saving my speakers and stuff from the water. Okay, let's see what else can we try here for this. Camera doesn't even feel all that warm. Like other times I've picked it up and it's felt a bit more warm, but nothing. How weird. Okay, there I got it to shut off. And it automatically restarted. But it's still not sending a signal. There we go. Now we got a signal. Hi, chat. This one over here that's already on the board is a little bit messier than I want it to be, so I'm going to clean this one up a little bit. Okay, back over to this one. Now that it's had plenty of time to hydrate all that flour, and probably is sticking to my board. Chad, I have something to admit. Even though I like jazz and there's lots of jazz on this stream, this is one of the few songs you'll hear with saxophone on it in my stream. I'm just not a saxy kind of guy. Sort of depends what I'm up to, Buns. For a long period of time, basically all I listened to was techno and electronic because I don't like pre-culinary life. Back when I played video games much more. I would be doing coding, and I say coding, but I've covered this before, doing VB script, doing SQL coding, doing, advanced website stuff. Not, advanced coding stuff, but advanced for a website, especially at the time that I was doing it. And that's perfect for just grinding for me. Like, techno music, I want to get stuff done in the kitchen, I want to get stuff done on the computer. Yeah. Otherwise, you can sort of just look at kitchen radio. I'm a little bit all over the place. Like, a couple nights ago, I just sat there and was going through different music songs and just posting different stuff to kitchen radio in the Discord channel. I will say, for the most part, I've never been a country fan. Just not a country music dude. Especially that old whiny. She left me for my truck. But there's a fair amount of 80s metal and rock and hair bands and all sorts of stuff. Just not lots of country. Not a lot of pop either. I'll certainly listen to pop-y songs, but most of the stuff that's ever been like big hits in the pop world, no. No T Swift. About the closest I sort of think poppy-ish. He certainly went well beyond it sort of like dabbled with pop, but wasn't a pop singer at all. About the closest I get to a pop singer that I have some musical respect for would be Prince. Of course, at the same time, don't have a lot of respect for the way he went out. I had a lot more respect for him before hearing how he cashed out of the game. Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad, okay? So we got our sort of slipper bread style buns that I'm hoping are not going to grow into each other here. I'm sort of debating throwing some parchment in between them or something. But I do want to give those a little more time before we break into everything else and before I throw those in the oven. A couple years ago, I went to a family wedding, and they asked for music suggestions, and I totally didn't read the room, apparently. And I threw a Prince song on there as something that was just sort of fun and fits a party atmosphere, and then it ended up being a wedding in Texas, in the middle of country town, Texas, with nothing but straight up country the entire night. Which, I'm glad there was booze. And so it was like almost a comedy point of the night when they tried playing Prince after all of that country stuff. it was sort of cool. It was an old historic ranch. I mean, it was like straight up, you know, this is a Texas wedding. At least from, you know, outsider California view. Buns. You get yourself taken out back. I still have one bun left over from the other night. I don't know what to do with it, chat. I had one of them with the leftover strawberry preserves and some butter. I need a use for that last one. I don't want it to go to waste, but I have all this beautiful bread here too. I was actually debating an egg on that. Texas is certainly one of those states where it's just, I mean, I would say exactly the same thing about California. If you've been to one part in California, you've certainly not experienced all of California. And I would say that definitely is true about Texas too. I would actually say in many ways it's very similar to California too, just in its own way. Texans and Californians would probably hate that statement I just made, but I think it's true. And that is, you know, that we're both Mexican facing states in that we have this sort of difference in cultures the more north you get. And then you have the eastern part of Texas, which some Texans may argue is not even a part of Texas. They may say that's, you know, the Louisiana part. Nice. Oven's hot. Bread is getting there. I still want to give the bread a couple more minutes to do its thing. Our sauce is thickened up nicely. This is like, this right here is right about where I want to keep this. I don't want it to get much thicker than this. There are some parts in some barbecue in Texas that I have yet to try all of yet. Hey, Jen Brassian. Hey, Maz, welcome in. I wouldn't have a clue because I've never been to Philadelphia. I have friends from college that are from Philly who would tell you names that are not on that street corner. As I was sort of saying earlier on in the stream, I think we've moved on. Like, you have the classical ones that are fighting corner to corner in Philly that are the originals. But those are like 1950s original. They're old originals. Like, culinary tastes and opinions have moved far beyond those. And from what I've read, a lot of the other ones that are better these days. But I haven't been there. That said, if I went to Philly, I would probably not try one of those other ones. I would probably go to the original two that everyone fight about. And I would probably have to get one from each of them to try both of them. With whiz. Speaking of 1950s, yes, Moss. That is an amazing recipe, but not so much anymore. I've actually been shying away from corn. I say this with, this right here right now. But I've been sort of trying to shy away from flour, wheat, and peanuts for the last year or so. 3 years, the last year or so. I've been using them still, and I've been eating them still, obviously. But I did have a blood test that showed that I was very, very mildly allergic to them. And so I've been cutting back on those ingredients in my recipes. But as I've said before, I don't 100% trust blood allergy tests. They're very much a snapshot of what your system or your body is going through at that moment when it comes to allergens. And so if your body is, you just ate a bunch of something that your body 100% doesn't agree with, it can show up bad in an allergen test. And so I want to do that a couple more times. I didn't do that the last time I went to my doctor. I should have told him I wanted to do another one. Got other things that I'm more worried about. But going back to that Maz, yes, absolutely. Some bacon grease, some heavy cream. You don't actually. I would actually go with butter and bacon grease than heavy cream. But you be you. It'll be fine that way too. That's how I typically did it. I've sort of thought of the whole idea of creamed corn, this is along the lines of what I think of when I think of creamed corn, by the way, chat. I voted for both of them, Buns. But I've thought of the creamed and creamed corn as more as the pureeing of the corn than the adding actual cream to it, like a cream soup. That said, it's still going to be delicious. Yes, we do have... Let's make sure that I'm pulling up the right thing here first. Yeah. We do have the Discord vote going on here. And Buns is desperate. Buns wants you to vote for Kale. But Lemoncello or Lemoncillo is currently winning the battle. Which one will I have to cook with on Wednesday? Decide. Hey, Chef. Welcome in, Rick. I am not familiar with what you're questioning. No. I've enjoyed the few plays and stuff that I've been to, but I'm not familiar, unfortunately. No, this is all licensed music that I've, mostly jazz that I've... They like to bill it as royalty free, but they're still a subscription, so I'm paying them for their license. Well, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. We're waiting on our bread to give a little bit more proof time before I throw that in the oven. And as soon as that goes in the oven, we'll start grilling our pork or beef. Yeah, grilling our pork. Uh-oh. What? Doesn't say that on my screen, Buns. Oh, yeah, it did. Who wouldn't change their vote? Who's gonna make me use kale for dessert tomorrow? Boo. Or Wednesday, not tomorrow. Trying to fast forward to Tuesday, apparently, chat. That flame's still on underneath that. Chad apparently wants to see kale cake. Actually, I take that back. That isn't happening. I tried turning coleslaw into a cake, and yeah, that wasn't a fun experience. That whole cooked cabbage note, like turning that into a cake just amplified that like 1,000%. Like it was like straight up, this is cooked cabbage cake. Not again. Yeah, you're right, Cosmic. It's all Bun's fault. Bun nominated both of these ingredients in the challenge this week. So, whichever one wins and loses, Buns both wins and loses. We've had a couple of recent interesting suggestions, though. Down here we have Jim Bressian's given us starfruit and kiwi. I've done starfruit. That was it's been well over a year since I did starfruit, but I've done starfruit as an ingredient once before. Kiwi, I think, has won the suggestion and made it to the main vote several times. I think it's lost the main vote once or twice, at least once. We got some other ones in here. If you want this to happen, this has to happen now, chat. This has to happen, like, yesterday. So you have to vote for this. Has to be next week if this is going to work. Because I don't think this is going to last. And we're getting to the point that we're going to drop a couple of these top ones here because the time... Excuse me. Alright, I think I'm going to throw the bread in the oven. Let's double check what we got here. What is their temp here? I think it's... I preheated to 400. We're cooking at 375. Heat back on the grill top. Chocolate? No chocolate tonight, Buns. on our meat here. Add a bit of oil. That's sunflower oil. Give this a nice coat on the outside of oil. I've made moles on strain. Light garlic powder. Light. Pepper. I just refilled this thing. Why does it feel like it's empty? There we go. MSG. Thank you for the follow. Sorry for bumping the camera. When you want to do that, Will? Sorry the alert didn't fire. I didn't hear that. Maybe the alert went off. Maybe it didn't. Maybe we're still waiting for it to go off. Well, let's see here. I have plans already here for most of going into this week here. You want to start that on the 24th? You can do the 24th to the 30th. I apologize for the lack of alert. I can't really replay it. Okay, what was the same again? Country rustic cuisine. Okay, it's on the calendar. And giant ice cube is going on to the stove here. I feel like I need a campfire for that, Will. Campfire outdoor setting. Beans in a pot. Ugh. I'm gonna have to look to see when no smoke days are. It's been raining, it's winter time. It's been raining a lot too. prepare the other side of this lovely thing. Wrong oil. And because of the amount of smoke, we're turning that fan on high now. Open the window back up. And I'm just going to do salt and pepper on the other side. Don't tease me too much, Will. I might actually do something. Like I said, I don't know about California no smoke days and the weather. Don't tease me. About the only thing I don't have is that cutesy 3-pole hang-a-pot setup. No light. I don't like the light. This house is getting a little smoky, chat. It's getting a little smoky in here. I don't know if you can see that in main chat, or main view. But this room is getting a bit smoky. Whittle by whittle. Whittle by whittle. Whittle by whittle, whittle, whittle. Both of you at the same time. Welcome in, Schizo. Rick, I think it's much more of the fact that I don't have proper ventilation in this house compared to a proper commercial kitchen. Then it's not smoking because there's too much oil or something on it. It's smoking because it's smoking. Hi, chat. We'll open the front door for a moment here. Flame off. Door back open for a moment. But this is why I close my bedroom door, so the smoke alarm doesn't go off. That they do, Rick. Osborne. Yeah, we certainly have a lot of smoke in this kitchen quite often here. I've done better, but not bad for on a stove. Not bad for on a stove. Oh, I've certainly had things like that, Schizo. Yeah, I've had apartments in the past where just taking a shower would set off the smoke alarm. We're going to allow this to rest for a moment. Allow the main room here to hopefully air out a little bit. Let's open up that door one last time here. But I've already got two other fans going other than... I've got the main fan over the stove, and I've got two other fans in the house going right now. Oh, I was certainly the master of the long shower when I was a kid. I was the kid that, you know, everyone else take a shower before me because there ain't gonna be hot water left when I'm done. Okay, I think we're done improving things by having the door open. Still not smoke-free, but we're doing better. So another news, I used ChatGPT today, and like in a productive manner. I used it to write me a letter to try and get me a sponsorship with the stream. We'll see. I might do that again for a couple other places too. It was relatively smooth going. Oh, I don't have... At the same time, I should say that I don't have huge high hopes for it. I mean, I'm not exactly Hassan with my viewership here, but I greatly appreciate all of you hanging out with me. But let's cut ourselves some steak here for our sandwich. Thank you for the follow. Nice, simple, just mostly beef flavor. I mean, I didn't put a whole lot on this, but... Alright, I need to start cutting this a bit thinner again and more of a bias. Do I sharpen my knives? Of course I sharpen my knives. I switch between on a regular basis as far as like normal maintenance. I have your typical wheel-based sharpener. Was it Chef's Choice? Whatever, the one that everyone gets. I use that for the 20 degree, not the 15 degree, but the 20 degree. And I use that for just general sharpening, maintaining. Occasionally I want my knives to have a particular sharp edge in a particular direction. And that's when I'll break out a stone, but I'm not big into stone sharpening. I'm not an expert in any form as far as that, but I've done enough that I can sharpen a blade with a stone. I wouldn't say I'm any form of an expert. Nice one, Will. Let's take a look at our bread. I'm gonna give that another couple minutes. That was what the recipe called for as far as time there. I'm gonna give that another 5 minutes actually. We got some very light color starting there, but not, we're certainly not cooked there. But this is just gonna be yummy. Good. Bit thick at the end. All right, turning the heat back on our heat on the cheese sauce once again, just to loosen that up a little bit. But we can the problem with the wheels that I will tell you that, you know, is probably not going to be a problem for your average home chef. If you're a professional chef, if you're cutting meats in a very, you know, regular rate, if you want a knife, you know, like specifically sharpened to do a perfect task, then you need your stones. But the wheels, if you just need a sharp blade, they're all you need as far as I'm concerned. But when you start getting into being professional line cook, wanting to have, you know, control over your cutting because every millisecond matters in your daytime, in that case, yeah, get stones. But everyone else, maybe not worth your time. Where'd my music go? Oh, we're still playing, I guess. I just can't hear it. Mix our peppers and onions in there with all of this. Peppers, garlic, and onions. Yeah, it's again, if it's something that matters to you, and you're going to be doing it time after time, and you want it to cut in the exact same pattern, exact same way. You're a sushi chef, you're a butcher, you're anyone that's cutting proteins for business on a regular basis. Sure, you want to have your knife with the grooves in the exact same direction, the exact way that you want them. But, spending an hour or two on 5 knives for the average person, it's not worth your time. Heat off on the cheese sauce again. I wouldn't think that that's worth my time either. I mean, even cooking here regularly, spend a couple hours sharpening knives. Okay, maybe if it's once every 6 months, once every couple of years, but not on a regular basis, no. I still don't hear my music. Chat, do you hear music? Oh, no, I hear music. It's really quiet, though. There we go. We got some fresh bread tonight. But I think it's time to build our sub here. We gotta wait for this. Let's give it a minute or two. Let's take an AFK here, actually. Let's take a couple minute AFK. Allow the bread to cool down. Allow me to finish these hiccups. And I'll see you back in maybe 5 minutes. We'll do a quick AFK. Thank you for that sub. Greatly appreciate that.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food, or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines. When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great mute taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy, ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open, simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some. soon.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
Welcome back, chat. Like I said, quick AFK. Just letting that bread cool for a minute. Let's add some cheese to our meat here. Am I going to use all the cheese? I think I'm going to use part of the cheese. But we are going to mix some of this cheese in here with this. Cheese. All right, now that we got that mixed in lightly with our beef, with our flank steak. I wanted to call it skirt steak, but with our flank steak, let's go with this one. What the heck did I do with my short one? silly camera. Twice in tonight's stream. Boo. Alright, so we'll... Nice inside to our bread here. Nice steamy bread. Have we woken back up, camera? Nope. There we go. I'll live with that for the end of stream. We got music still going. I keep losing music in my earbuds. I can't hear hardly anything in my earbuds lately. Okay. Bit more beef in there. I mean, chat think that was enough? I didn't think that was enough. We need some more in there. There we go. We got enough for a second one. Off on everything here on the stove. Turn off the fan too. And then, like, I didn't make the cheese sauce for nothing, so what do you think, chat? Mayo? No mayo? I'm thinking no mayo. I don't think we need mayo. Yeah. No Mao either. I can live without Mao either. How dare you, Buns? How dare you? We ready for this, chat? We ready for this reveal? We got the reveal like the Discord video in the morning, or GIF in the morning. Ah, it's still attached. Alright, we're gonna call it there, folks. I will be back here on Tuesday. Gonna be making Cobb salad. Gonna do my own take on Cobb salad, though. It's not gonna be your just straightforward Cobb salad. How could we ever do things just straightforward here? That said, it is Tuesday, so it's gonna be a little bit of a quicker stream. We do have the vote going until Tuesday in the Discord. Do you want kale? Or do you want lemoncello or limoncello, lemon frizzy drink? Have to vote and let me know. Thank you all for joining in today. Thank you so much, Will, for that 6-month sub for Bonbons. Thank you so much for the other subs. Thank you so much for all of the follows. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you all back soon. Good night.